I'm here. I'm writing number 60 on my calendar. So I'm here. Ta-da. Okay. Now. Not now. Now. Oh, it's raining. It's nice. Sprinkling. That's all I think on YouTube. It's sprinkling. No, it's raining. These two little kids. No, it's sprinkling. And the little girl hits the boy in the chest. Barely touches. You hurt my heart. Anyway, so I'm going to read something from a section titled Turning Information into Wisdom. And it's part of one sentence, and I'll write the rest of the sentence out on the video, below the video. And it's from the book We're All Doing Time by Bozo. Spiritual work takes place every moment of our lives. I'll read that one more time since it's so short. Spiritual work takes place every moment of our lives. And that's all I want to share this morning. I'll write the rest out underneath the video, and I almost dropped my book on the ground. So we're going to do 12 sun salutations today. And in these sun salutations, we'll hold on for about 10 seconds or so. Each pose will hold for 10 seconds or so. And what I want to make sure that we do during these sun salutations is focus on the breathing. So it's not a lot of time in each pose, but you settle on the pose, accept where you are, hold it, and then just focus on the breathing. When you focus on the breathing the entire time, focus on the breathing. So you get into a pose, settle in it, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. And then that focus will allow the movement of the sun salutations to become a form of a moving meditation. Now, everything's going to be a low lunge. We're not going to do high lunges. So when I say take the left foot back, you're going into a low lunge. And a low lunge is just where the knees on the floor. So what I'm going to do is explain each pose real quick or quickly. So we'll begin here. We're not doing them yet. We'll begin here, palms to the heart center, push your arms out of and back. In this pose, in this movement, we're doing the symbolic hand gesture of a prayer hand gesture. For me, I go out a little bit. That matches my body. You go out. If you need to go like this, keep your palms together. Do whatever you like to do. So you go out, up, and back. You're inhaling. You're going into the pose, listening to the body. You go into the spot right before you feel like, hey, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Then we'll move into the next pose. And the next pose from that pose is the standing forward bend. So palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. You're pulling your head in, forehead's going to the knees, and you're pulling yourself in and down. Find out where you are. So in the pose, accept where you are. Then I'll say take the left foot back or the right foot, depends what side. For this pose, it's the low lunge. With the low lunge, with the back foot, the top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square, and they're pushing forward diagonally. Making sure the knee's not over the toe of the front foot. If it is, you want to make sure you're lengthening up. The back is straight, maybe arch to your palms, maybe to your fingertips, or maybe you're here. Wherever you are, accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Then I'll say go into downward dog. When we go into downward dog, we go into high lunge first. That's just a transition pose. So we settle on the high lunge for a second or two, then we move into downward dog. With the downward dog, the arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones going to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. So you're stretching the legs and you're pushing into it. And then you're going to go into the upper dog. The upper dog, you slide into the upper dog. So it's a strength transition. So you drop down to the knees and the chest and you slide up. Now with the upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor, palms are to the floor, head is back, and you're doing kind of a scoop. Now if that's too much, you're going to go down to the small cobra. With the small cobra, the chest is off the floor, palms are off the floor. They may be touching the floor, but you're not using them. You're not pushing up. It's for the back. The back are pull muscles, so you're pulling up. Then I'll say downward dog. Do what I just said in the downward dog. And all the movements from there back up are the same that I just explained. So, it's raining outside. It's nice. Smell the rain. Smell the rain. Okay, so with that explanation, I know I went through it fast, but just focus on the breathing and just do the best you can. Do what you can, accept where you are, and that's what you're learning in these poses, is acceptance. Acceptance. As you move, you're learning acceptance. And you're taking that mindset and applying it in the real world. As you move through life, you're accepting what's happening. Letting go of the mindset of control, and letting go of the mindset of trying to be somewhere and just being in the moment. So focus on breathing the entire time. So you get in the mountain pose, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches one at a time. Knees are slightly bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed. So no tension in the arms, no tension in the shoulders or the neck. And you're going to lengthen it up. So pull yourself up, find a spot where the skeleton is just standing as if you were just a skeleton. You're just trying to stand the skeleton up. No tension anywhere in the body. And just focus on the breathing. Now palms together, thumbs to the heart center, push the arms out, up and back. Inhale, it's the first stretch, so go nice and easy, listen to the body. Then exhale, hinge forward from the lower back, palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs, pull yourself in and down, focus on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge. Top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, and focus on the breathing. Curl the toes under, knee goes up, downward dog. Pushing into it, focusing on the breathing, thinking of nothing else but the breathing. Now slide into the upward dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up. Focusing on the breathing, modify this pose how you have to. Even if you need to go to hands and knees, back to downward dog. Focusing on the breathing, pushing into it, but not pushing past the spot where you can't go, or you shouldn't, or you don't feel like you should go. So other side, left foot is up, low lunge, top of the knees to the floor, top of the knees to the floor, top of the foot to the floor, curl the toes under, high lunge, and standing forward bend. Pulling yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, that's one side salutation. Inhale, exhale, pull yourself in and down, standing forward to bend. Focusing on the breathing. Right leg is back, a low lunge. And just focus on the breathing. Make sure the knee's not over the toe. If it is, lengthen up some. Curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, then downward dog. Pushing into it, focusing on the breathing. You might be doing about 3 breaths or so. Upward dog, inhaling, and then just focus on the breathing. Let yourself breathe. Downward dog, pushing into it. Again, focusing on the breathing, very important. Right foot is up, between the hands, low lunge. Focusing on the breathing. I keep on repeating that because that's important. Curl the toes under, knee goes up, standing forward bend. Focusing on the breathing, pulling yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. Inhale, 10 more, exhale, pull yourself in and down. Now the focusing is allowing the mind and body to become one. So left leg is back, low lunge. Now you're pushing into the poses a little bit more if you can. And focusing on the breathing. Downward dog. Upper dog, or modify it how you have to. Downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Left leg is up. Low lunge. Do the best you can. High lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Palms together, reach out. Up and back, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Focusing on the breathing. Right leg is back. Low lunge. Focusing on the breathing. High lunge. Then downward dog. Pushing into it. Upper dog, or modify it how you have to. Downward dog. Right foot is up, low lunge. High lunge, then standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Then inhale, exhale. 8 more. Inhale, exhale. Pull yourself in and down. Left leg is back, low lunge. Downward dog. Upward dog, or modify it how you have to. Downward dog. Left foot is up, low lunge. High lunge, and standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, pull yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Right leg's back, low lunge. Downward dog. Upper dog, or modify it how you have to. Downward dog. Right foot's up, low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. 6 more, so really push yourself into these poses. But don't go past the point where, hey, I shouldn't go there. Don't go there. Go right before that spot. So left leg is back, low lunge. Downward dog. Now maybe you're doing 3 breaths each. 1 breath or maybe 2. Wherever you are, upper dog, or modify it. Just do the best you can. Downward dog. Left foot is up, low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Standing forward bend. Right leg is back, low lunge. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right foot is up, low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out to the back, inhale. Exhale, 4 more. We'll do 4 more. Inhale. Exhale, do the best you can. Left leg is back, low lunge. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot is up, low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out to the back, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Put yourself in and down, standing forward bend. Right leg is back, low lunge. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right foot is up, low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2 more. Really push into these and pull into these. Standing forward bend. Focusing on the breathing. Left leg is back, low lunge. Might just be doing 1 breath in each one of these poses. So your downward dog, you're pushing into it. Upward dog, or modify it. If it's too much, don't worry about it. Just accept where you are, downward dog. Left foot is up. Low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Standing forward bend, pushing into these poses now. Arch the back, knees to the floor, scooping. Inhaling. Downward dog. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right foot is up. Low lunge. Standing forward bend. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, then exhale. Now that's the sun salutations, the 4 sun salutations. It's difficult to do it as a class because, well, a few things. One, each person's breathing is going to be different. So you might be doing 1 full breath in each pose, 2, 3, just depends where you are physically. So what I want to do now is 2 sun salutations, focusing on the breathing and going into each pose with either an inhale or an exhale. So with the sun salutations, when you do them by yourself, you follow your own breathing. And when you want to inhale, that means you're going into a pose that opens you up. And then when you're in that pose and you feel like, man, I need to exhale, you go into the next pose. Now, as a class, when I teach it in a classroom or here, we can't do that because not everyone's going to breathe the same or feel like, man, I need to exhale. Someone could hold it longer or someone could be already into the next pose. So I'm going to take a guess on how long the average person can inhale and exhale and lower that, and even go lower on that. So this time we're going to do 2 sun salutations, and you're going to focus on the breathing. That's all you're going to think about, the breathing. Focus on the breathing, focus on the breathing, because that focus is what allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. Now, when you're focused on the breathing, it heightens your awareness of what your body is doing. It even heightens your awareness of what's going on around you. But you're not focused on those things. You're not focused on what's going on around you, or focused on what's happening in the body. You're just focused on the breathing, and you're aware of what's going on. So that is what allows this to become a form of a moving meditation. So focus on the breathing, be aware of what's going on in the body, but don't focus on that. So I'll lead you through these in the breathing, so don't worry about it. My mat straight. So feet and shoulder width apart, just like the mountain, always with the mountain pose. Toes go up. Each toe spreads as wide as you can get them, and then they touch one at a time to the floor. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are straight, and 2 sun salutations. Arms are straight. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders are relaxed. Neck is relaxed. No tension anywhere. And find that spot where the skeleton